Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. So before I get started, I would appreciate it if you guys would hit me with a subscription, turn on your notifications, and smash that like button, because I'm here twice a week. My name is Jaime, and with that said, let's get on with some vents, shall we? So I've been seeing some some crazy ass shit, okay? It's got me like goddamn, when you think you've seen it all. You know, and then you hear some more crazy ass stuff. You just get some more crazy things, okay? So now I'm seeing the fashion industry, like the high fashion names, like the Gucci's and the Pradas and all those fucking rap fashions that they rap about. Shit I can't afford, you know? So all these fashion people are cashing in on the tech world. That's right, humans. They're cashing in on the tech world. So what I mean is they're doing like digital fashion. I'm like, what the hell is digital fashion? So I know in video games, people do pay on some PC games for like certain things and they'll buy some stuff, which is crazy still. It's a game. It's a video game. Maybe I'm not that serious in video games. I do enjoy some here and there, but I'm not that serious to where I would do that kind of shit. And it's wild. But digital fashion. So you can like buy, and it's not free. Like you got to pay for this like high fashion stuff for your video game character, avatar, or whatever the hell it is, to wear like your fashion or the fashion logos, you know, on your digital self or whatever the fuck it is, like whatever character it is or whatever you made in that digital land, you could be wearing all the fashion clothes. So you could be some like broke ass gamer, you know what I'm saying, and like have all this fucking lavish lifestyle, but in your video game world. Only there can you have it. Nowhere else you can be allowed to get it. So in your video game world, that's all you get. Like, you be flashing, you be bragging, you know, you be making raps about like how rich you are in your video game world, like all the clothes you wear in your video game world, and all the rappers gonna do it. Watch, they're gonna be talking about like not only they got the money in the real life, but look at my avatar, shit. You know, he be wearing the same shit. Like he's got your avatar wearing this. You got a little mini me now in your video game world, but it's wearing like way better clothes than you. But the rappers are gonna be talking about that shit. They be talking about how paid they are in this fucking, you know, video game realm. And even poor people, like I said, broke ass gamers, are gonna be like, man, you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? My game world, it's like on point. Like, how's this scrubby ass dude getting all these ladies? Man, his video game fucking realm, my man's a pimp, man. He got all kinds of gear. I'm like, what? What? All because of the video game fashion. Like, dang. And you're wearing tore up dirty clothes, but they're like, man, you don't even know. They're like, you don't even know. Or it's like that one song, you ain't even know, or whatever the fuck it is. It's just letters. But then when you say it, it's like, you don't even know. And that was another time where I thought I knew I had heard and seen it all. And then I heard that song, you ain't even know, or some shit. You ain't even know. Yeah, that's what it is. You ain't even know, or some shit. Damn it. But anyway, it's a lost track. Digital fashion. It's going to video games, and people are spending money on this shit. And I think it's kind of crazy. Parents, you know, keep an eye on your children. Like my man said in an early episode back in the day, my man Will over there, when he was like, watch your children. You really should be right now, because if we're spending all their allowances and all the money on these fucking, you know, high-end fashion, or they're going to go in debt. They're going to have, like, fashion credit cards. That's coming. They're going to get your little kids in debt from your video game world. They're going to be like, oh, we give you some credit, you know, on the games, you know, for this much a month. And the kids are going to sign right the fuck up. And then, you know, they're going to be like, oh, shit, they're going to be all stressing out over bills and shit, and they're only like 12 and 10. Like, oh, my God, they'll be all tripping trying to pay the fucking game bills. It'd be crazy. Don't let it happen, parents. Watch your children. Especially around this fucking digital fashion shit. It's just a damn video game. It's just a game. Damn. For real. You know, I don't understand what they're saying now when they're like defund the media. You know, the gaming part could be part of the media. People might not like this, but I do enjoy a game here and there. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, this stuff is kind of crazy. They know you're playing more. You know, there's like way more people gaming, like more than ever. So this is how they're going to, you know, cash in on it. You know, the fashion. They're already doing it. You know what I mean? Like I said. But anyways, I just think it's bananas. Like, all the rappers are going to be bragging about it. I just think it's crazy. Like digital fashion going to be, but I remember, like I said, you used to buy like packages or maps and stuff like that, or in like some PC games, you would buy like, armors and shields and all this crazy. People pay big money for that. And I could see that coming again. I could see it happening again on this side, especially with these clothes. These clothes ain't cheap in real life. So who knows how much the digital fucking form is going to be. It's probably going to be a bananas outrageous shit. And kids are going to be trying to get it. Like I said, then they're going to start this new, they probably already have it in the works about the video game credit line. And then kids are going to be all fucking hooked up on debt before they even get old enough to get their car license. They're going to be like, oh, you can't get this car loan. Look at your video game debt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here's a gamer. As soon as they run your credit, they'll be like, oh, here we go. They'll give you that signal at the dealership. Because they know it's one of you guys. It's coming. Watch your children. But anyways, I'll continue. The cargo ships are still fucking stalled and still can't go nowhere. I wonder which one of those, like which aisle or which one of those is the fucking toilet paper. Because you know this shit's coming next. You see a bunch of shit already getting empty. Y'all better fucking be ready to wipe your ass. Or just don't even do that. Just fucking buy one of those fucking things that I'm not going to promote unless they, sponsor this shit. But the thing is awesome. And go get one of those and it will reduce the usage of that stuff. Because one of those is going to have that. Another one's going to have like feminine products. Ladies, take notes. Another thing is full of all your feminine products, all your beautiful makeups. Those are going to be disappearing next, and you're all going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't be going out. Your eyelashes are going to be half hanging on. You're going to be running out of glue. You're going to be doing some dumb shit like the crazy glue lady, and you guys are going to be getting desperate, trying to figure out a way to properly mix the Gorilla Glue to use it on your skin safely, and you're going to fuck your shit up. And it's happening. Y'all better be ready is all I'm trying to say. It's not safe. These cargo ships got all kinds of shit in them, and they want to come here and give it to us. This is one other reason why we should be having real American-made shit. When they're like American-made, and then they're like made in China on the same fucking tool. Or the same thing you buy, the same product. It'd be like made in America. Or American steel. Made in China stamp right on the damn thing. Or Taiwan or whatever. Everything's made over, not here, And the real American-made stuff, we need to just have more of it, and then we wouldn't have this damn issue. We should have like emergency factories for this purpose. That's what I'm saying. They should have a situation for this. We should be making more things of ourselves, even if if it sucks, whatever. Even if the American made might not be that good. I mean, this stuff might not be that good, but we're just so used to the shit, we keep buying it and think it's good shit, and it's not. Excuse me. We should be making more stuff here, humans. I don't know if you agree with me, but I just feel like we should. I mean, in some sort of way, we got to make it profitable and beneficial to everybody. But I think we should start making some more things here. Maybe we can't make everything here. We should probably try, but we probably, should make more things. Especially things that are like making shelves empty at stores. That's just wild. Oh, man, it's, times are getting crazy, and then people are like, man, this guy's all confused. Like the band was playing. My man, Project 46 started talking during the band. He was just like, I wish I could play. And they were like, oh, no, don't talk yet. And he's like, So I just think it's wild, There's a lot of craziness happening. There's so craziness happening, and nobody's like, I don't know if anybody's reacting because the media ain't allowed to show that kind of shit. You see people out there in the streets, like I said, screaming out, defund the media. Finally. Somebody finally saying defund the media. Them, y'all are crazy. Y'all be instigating everything. Instigators. But sometimes you get like I said, you find some good people that are actually telling some real news. And then you find some shit and you wonder, it's got to be, if they did the research, they're showing you facts. So, they're showing you some truth once in a while. They don't, it's just some rare channels, some rare ones. So you hear this story about our Project 46's, the Let's Go Brandon guy, his little administration apparently, and they've been, proved that this was happening. They were transporting immigrant children from another country from the borders, and flying them across the country to like New York and like shit in the middle of the night, like on the cover of Night, like trying to secretly do this. It's kind of crazy. Those are like big red flags. Like, and then I heard my man, bragged about, getting to rush a personal friend of theirs in front of people that were waiting forever to get, medical care so he can get his friend like emergency care. And I was like, man, so he'll do that and then everybody else can't do shit and say nothing about it. But anyways, they were transporting children from other country from at the border area, wherever they were all from, and flying them in the middle of the night to another part of the country, like New York or something like that. And that's a big red flag. Like I said, why was it only children? It makes me like, oh, that kind of creeps me out. That's like on the creepy factor. Like, why is this? Like, you hear that Epstein shit that nobody's talking about no more. And that list, there was a bunch of people on there and nobody wants to talk about it because they probably all be in trouble. Like all these people we see on the TV, probably all been there. You seen that interview with Bill Gates, the dude, I don't know why we all got to listen to this dude. He's supposed to be doing computer shit. And, now, they broke his company up back in the day. Now he's all pissed and turned all fucking, listen to me, I'm going to control the world type shit. I don't know. But he creeps me out. The dude creeps me out. And he was in an interview, and they asked him about the Epstein Island, and he got all creepy about it. They asked him, we saw pictures of you, we know you were there, and he starts grabbing his wedding ring and shit, starts twisting his finger, and he's like, and like everybody reads into the body language, like, oh man, he looked nervous when they brought that up. He wasn't ready for that. It's kind of wild though, because you hear older videos where he said, by proper vaccines and health care or something like that, they could make the population go down, to a safe number. And I was like, whoa, what's a safe number, yo? This is a big ass place. And I don't know what he's talking about. And then now, this stuff's happening and all these things are coming out and they're transporting kids in the middle of the night to another part of the country. And then you hear it's got that creepy vibe because it's only children, on the conspiracy thought about it, like on the conspiracy note, it's kind of creepy because it's only kids. Like, why are you bringing all kids? And when you hear all those creepy stories, and then you're going to send them over there to New York without their parents. They said, oh, they're trying to rejoice them with their families. I think you just took them from their families because they were probably with their families at the border. How would their families go from there to New York that quick unless y'all are taking them there? You probably took the parents first and then then now the kids. Like, why are you transporting them from one side to this side? Is that so you can hide them? Are you guys trying to hide the Mexico border? The West Coast border, move everybody to the East Side border so you can, the Eastern border coast, so you could say, oh, look, we fixing the border crisis by shipping a bunch of the other side. Y'all going to even it out over here, like, but make teams? Is that what you guys are doing? Or is it some creepy shit? Is it like more like you guys are trying to fool everybody? Like I said, you're going to bring a whole bunch of people on one side and it'd be like, look, we just fixed it. Everybody's like, look how we diminished the numbers. Look it. While other people are going to be like, where'd all these people come over here? People are going to be in Florida and going to the beach in Miami and see all these people coming from other countries, from like wherever, I forget what they said, like Haiti or somewhere and somewhere else. Like they were all coming from all over the place and going through Mexico. And like everybody brought them through Mexico for some reason. And they were bringing them off through there but took them over there. And Mexico didn't want them. Mexico was having their own damn problems. That's why they were like, look, go to the damn border. Why do people want to leave? You're going to talk shit about America, but yeah, everybody want to come here. Because all places might not be all that. Like that, people go vacation, and you know what I mean, and they leave. Because there's a reason probably all them people leaving for such a beautiful place. Like a friend of mine just visited there recently, and shit was crazy. That's probably why they kicked them all to the border. They said they were at a resort and shit, and the motherfuckers didn't even have no food. They fucking was like, we went there and fucking came home early. He was like, fuck all that shit. And the fucking curfews in Mexico. Does Tijuana, I don't know about Tijuana. Does Tijuana fucking got a curfew now? Because crazy shit. I want to know if this is true. He went there. They said there was like barely any food. They had like scheduled food times. Because they was like, we ain't got enough food here. We don't need all these motherfuckers from Haiti or wherever the hell they were from. They were like, stay over there. And they all stayed at the border, and now everybody's like, oh, we're going to fix these numbers by sweeping them over in planes and sweeping them to the other side. And they're going to be like, oh, what about these immigrants from the Eastern Coast? Like I said, people are going to be in Miami and see all these people coming. Like, what the hell's all this about? You know what I mean? They're going to be out there swimming in the beach, catching fish, and you're going to be tripping. Like, what the hell's going on your family vacation? Because they're trying to sneak them over in the middle of the night and even out the score on each side, so that way you can't complain about the western coast border and the western southern border. They're going to be all like, man, they cleared that shit up. And they'll be like, he did a good job. Way to go. I was going to say, way to go, Brandonius. Project 46. They're going to tell Brandonius to go, you did a good job. But I think I don't know, man. It feels kind of funny that it's only children. The only reason, that's why I feel like they brought the parents first. Because they were saying they were connecting them back with their family. So they had to do the first trip. We just caught the kids on the trip. So now that it's all out there, and it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. What they're trying to do, it's just bananas. So, like I said, the media's been, out there trying to seek some truth or stir up. They're starting to stir things on the Let's Go Brandon tip, going on Project 46. Judge Jeannie, I think that's what her name is. And there's a lot of people talking about it. She's not like the only one, but she made a nice little piece. It looked basically like the videos that you watch on YouTube about the same topic, that she thinks that Obama is the one that's running the show right now. And Biden's just, in the chair. And she was like showing a video clip of Obama saying that he believes they were asking him about a third term. And he said, like, it would be kind of cool. It would be, I'm not going to do his impersonation, but sometimes it happens for some reason, when I say the word new, it just comes out. But if it happens, I apologize. No, but anyways, he said that they asked him about a third term, and he said it'd be kind of cool if he could sit home in his sweatpants and have an earpiece and kind of run the show with somebody else in the seat. And they gave me goosebumps when she showed the video clip, and I was like, damn. So I went and looked, and like I said, it was like everybody had this like same videos all put together. And she was like, who's really in charge, and it was kind of wild, when you see that video clip. And then there's this one weird one, like, that's why I don't trust the news, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of reasons, but then like you see this other weird one, it has that same video clip about Obama talking about, I want the earpiece and I want to, run the show in my sweatpants or whatever. And then there's this one, it's like got Biden, and he's got his hand up, and there was like some kind of like thing on his wrist. And then, like, mechanically, it just, like, goes down. It was almost like it was, like, one of those card tricks, it was like a gambit or something, say, where the card, like, a magician's fucking hiding a card. It was some kind of thing here, and it just, like moves and just goes down back in his sleeve. Like, it was like a little robot and shit. Like, I'm supposed to be moving his hand. He's like, oh, shit, I fucked up, and he pulled his hand back down. It's kind of weird. So that's why I don't be trusting the news, because you see some crazy shit all the time. You just can't be trusting it. Because the technology is going out of hand. It's going so fast right now. Not as far as like where they're helping us, as far as like helping us health wise, but it is as far as like technology, like to keep us busy and occupied. It's weird though. That one's going like in warp speed, but the Operation Keep Humans Healthy is going like super slow. It seems like that one's like going slow. It's like the fucking tortoise and the hare, but this time in this story, the rabbit's got a big ass lead. You know what I mean? It's just like, But I don't understand that. I don't understand. The technology game, like I said, is going crazy. And it's going out of hand. And it's going in the wrong. Like, I think the scales are unbalanced. Like I said, I think they're more going towards distracting us with fun stuff to keep us playing with and moving with and touching around. And even in our cars now, they want you to pay attention to the road, but your car's got a big ass fucking monitor on it. Watch the road, and if you got a Tesla, it's a fucking gigantic monitor in your shit. But they want you to watch the fucking road. And your car's got a fucking giant monitor. Are they trying to fucking lower the population with these new cars when they're talking about, we want you to be more safe? You can't talk on your phone, but here's a giant fucking monitor. Here's the fucking 16-inch or whatever the hell it is. But when you got a Tesla, it's like the whole fucking middle is like the fucking whole internet and shit. It's like a fucking mainframe or something. Giant monitor just sticking out of the fucking cars. All the new cars are like, pay attention, but here's the fucking juice monitor. Fucking give you all the information on every song you're playing and the band and the album, but watch the fucking road. Not only that, they want you to watch the road, but to put a digital fucking speedometer on your fucking windshield. But you want you to watch the fucking road. Not the fucking, but you're going to be watching the damn numbers on the road, and you're not going to be paying the fucking attention. I don't fucking understand. They want you to watch the road, but they put all this tech and shit to keep you looking around. It's like, oh shit, they want you to stay alert and awake, but yet your chair not only heats your fucking ass, it also massages you and shit. You're not supposed to be getting a massage while you're fucking driving. You're supposed to be paying attention and watching the road. No, you're going to be massaging with your big ass monitor and your fucking digital fucking speedometer on your fucking windshield, and you're supposed to be watching the road. There was no way that's going to happen. And I went way off track because technology, it's going crazy. Like I said, with these deep fakes, like deep fakes have gone like next level. And these deep fake videos are pretty damn creepy. And I know you're familiar with them. If not, it's I might talk a little nerdy for like a whole 1.2 seconds because I absolutely don't know what I'm talking about. That's why I took notes about it. I kind of know like what it is, but I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna use the word that they used. The hyper-realistic video and audio, and it's controlled by artificial intelligence. There you go. I almost sounded like I knew exactly what I was talking about, like I always knew this information. Look at that. No, I didn't. I kind of looked over there. You probably saw me. I don't got Biden's monitor where I can't look that way, in big giant letters. But anyways, the deepfake stuff is getting crazy. And like I said, it's controlled by artificial intelligence, and it takes images, and with those images, it can create, a replica, an exact replica of anything, of anyone, and it's very creepy. And it only needs it can get photos off your social media or yourself. You can insert the photos into the data, and it'll generate a whole 360 version of you, another version of you, and it's identical. And then all it needs is 60 seconds of your audio of you saying anything. You can say jibber jabber. You can make any words. You can just be like, blah, 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 blah. Or you can be like, ba weep grana weep nini ban. Those of you that know the original Transformer shit know what I'm talking about. But if you could say anything and make noises, even sound effects, all they need is 60 seconds of your voice. And then it can talk just like you. It's really creepy. There was a 60-minute special recently, but the stuff's been going on for longer. They've been getting famous people and imposing them on adult films, before it got mainstream. This one guy got it really famous, doing Tom Cruise things. It looks like Tom Cruise is doing all kinds of different shit, playing guitar and, not doing nothing shady. He does the shady shit himself, but he looks like a nicer Tom Cruise, and he's doing playing guitar and just doing all this shit. And so they were showing how this technology works. Like I said, it only needs some images, a little bit of your audio, and then they can just replicate you. Now, like I said, this is very creepy because they said some of these Russian, they were saying, I'm just reading what they said in the article and everything. So I'm not just saying this is what I'm saying. These aren't my accusations. But there's a website you can go to, and it's called Not a Real Person or something like that. And there is, they said they're Russians, some people in a Russian tech, cyber attack team or something. I don't know. They were using this artificial intelligence, and they were creating fake people, using different people's pictures and kind of blending little parts together and making different humans out of my photos and somebody else's photos or whatever all put together to make a whole different person. And they look like a real person. And they were making these profiles, and they were spreading all this banter and crazy things that were driving people nuts, on the social medias and getting people all ramped up. And they proved that there was a fact, and it was really wild. It was a cool special. If you didn't see it, you should look it up. There's clips of it everywhere. I'm sure the whole episode's out there online. Or if you have the channel, or if you can find where it streams, it's probably on, you could probably hit it on demand or something. It was a cool segment of the show. It was really creepy. And then it got me thinking, another conspiracy tip. I don't mean to freak you out, humans, but this could be creepy in so many ways. You could use anybody's faces from social media, like I said, they were doing, I guess, and using it and making other people. But they could use it and frame somebody or something, It would be really creepy. They could make somebody say some awful things. They could use a person of power, maybe our prez, and they could make him say crazy shit, and it wouldn't really be him, or the crazier one. What if something happened to him? God forbid nothing bad happens to him. Okay, I don't wish anything. I don't wish anything bad on nobody. But let's say something did, unfortunate event or something, and they kept him around with these deep fakes and didn't tell anybody, and they were just like never showing him around in public, and they were just using like a maybe like a body double or an impersonator in public places, and just keeping everything short. And like when you had to do speeches, it was like a deep fake video thing. Like, what if that shit happens, or what if it happened right now? Like, that is pretty creepy to think about. This technology is wild, man. They were showing on this special some wild things. They were showing like the Queen, and they were just making anybody they wanted, and they could make you look like young teenager. They can like pull your age back. Like, it is weird how they do this thing. It's a creepy technology. It feels like it's like scary. Like I said, I feel like it's really scary. Like it looks so real in another version of you. It's like, it makes you think like, they're cloning humans. Like, they're cloning humans when you see this kind of shit. If they can make you like, just like in that second, this computer can do it like that. Imagine we can do it like, biology, giving it some fucking chemicals and things like that. And some live cells, see what it could do. This thing would be creepy, man. It's wild. Like, what if they did do something like that, or somebody of power at all? Like, it was like, they just kept it, super Weekend at Bernie style. They literally deep faked his ass, and they were using like some body double and, impersonators, and pulled it off. And they pulled it off. Like, say they pulled it off, and then we find out like way, way later. Like my generation's like, super seniors. And then we find out. And we're like, gosh, darn it, that was some craziness. I always knew it, or not. Like, I don't know. All I know is that is creepy. That is super, super creepy. And we should pay more attention to what we're seeing, because some of these news reporters on TV probably ain't even real people. Like, that's how real they looked. Like, I'm looking at the TV now differently when I do have the news on, or I'm watching a show or anything. I'm like, I wonder if this is a fucking real person. They thought that one blonde lady that's like really she talks really weird and stuff. She has a big following on YouTube. Everybody thought she was fake for a long time before she started doing like real interviews with people. Like, people thought that was like not even a real person. So, I mean, there's people out there, and they say there's a lot of characters out there that aren't real. And you can see how they do it, like I said on the special, or you can probably search deepfakes everywhere and probably see how they do it on all kinds of channels. But it's really wild technology. It's spooky, and I feel like it's so far, next level right now that it's got me a little creeped out, because I feel like they could do all kinds of craziness, and we wouldn't even know, like, if it was, like I said, our prez or something, because nobody gets really close to the prez anyways, except for like Secret Service and the people around them, and we're always like far away anyways. So it's like where the crowd goes and everything like that. So that's pretty just, oh my goodness. It's really creepy. They did the host, like they made the host of the show, and they made him look young. They took his mustache away. They were like doing all these things, and I was like, and they were just having him talk. And then there was a segment where he was sitting at the chair talking like he was during the whole show. And then he was like, well, just so you know, this isn't really me. And I was like, whoa, it was really creepy. It was just really creepy. That was some creepy technology, man. That technology is no joke. It is just no damn joke. And I feel like it's already in the wrong hands, because they already said there's accusations and proof that it's already been used for some foul play. Like I said, they can do that. They can hide somebody of power, or they could do a terrorist attack and maybe make a video and make it seem like it was somebody else, from our country or from somewhere else. They could be like, Robert Downey Jr. did it. And it would be like his face on there, man. And it would be him, dressed as part of Iron Man or whatever they did with the technology at the time. And it would be crazy. And we would believe it until we were proven otherwise. We would believe it because that's what we'd be seeing with our own eyes. And it would look like the real, the real Iron Man. I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's Tony Stark. You mean Robert Downey Jr.? You same dude. I was like, they said he's the fucking, terrorist. And it'd be on the news, and he'd be saying stuff like, I hate America and all these crazy things like that. And it wouldn't really be him. It'd be this crazy deepfake stuff. And they'd have us all tripping out in our homes and shit. And if they lock us down all the time, we wouldn't even really know the truth, because they wouldn't even let us out. It'd be like happening at the hour we're supposed to be inside. You know, like, oh no, you're supposed to be inside right now. You can't be outside. The truth's out there. The truth is out there. Get your ass inside. That'd be our fuck. That's what the cops would be telling us, or the military people that be out there, the new force. They'd be like, what are you doing out there? Don't you know the truth's out here? Get your ass inside. You don't need no truth. You know, we don't want to hurt you. The truth's out here. You don't need no part of it. Get inside. So I feel like that's what will be going down. You got to watch out, humans. You got to watch out. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, like I said, I'd appreciate a subscription. Hit that like button and turn on your notifications. And with that said, my name is Jaime. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.